All right, we are here in CHAP Unit 2 still on working on a safe and productive workplace. Chapter 6 is all about teamwork skills. You guys have started to have some teams in the classroom during the activity, so we're going to continue to talk about the importance of teamwork here in the manufacturing environment. So in 2011, Giant CEO Tony Lowe led a group of 21 general managers from Giant's global sales and manufacturing company onto Formosa 900. Now you can kind of watch this video of the Formosa 900 ride, but basically these employees or these managers all came together from all over Asia, Europe, North America, and Australia. And of course, they had to rely on teamwork to complete the challenge. So, and you can watch that video to kind of understand what some of the challenges to riding those bikes on the Green World on Wheels series there in that video. So we're going to talk today about building successful teams. Now, some of the terminology, of course, here is a team as a group of people. You guys all know this. You're going to work together towards a common goal and to complete a specific task within a specific time frame. So as you get a group of workers responsible for that product or stage of the manufacturing process, that is your work team. So a project team tends to focus on one particular major issue or concern in the plant. Might be a plant safety or a production quality, might even be a new production design. And then, of course, you have cross-functional teams, which are made up from individuals from different departments within the company. And for those of you who watched the video, and we talked about self-managed teams there in the one company that was processing all sorts of different products down in the South, as far as when we were watching all of the different types of Intel Inside video and Inside Harley Davidson, those different videos. And you learned a little bit about self-managed teams in those videos. So the benefits of teamwork are varied. Of course, everybody has something unique to contribute in a team. Everybody has their own set of specialized skills and knowledge that is useful and can bring a lot of variety into what is needed in a team in order to solve challenges and projects that come along. So if you do get a team that works well together, generally a lot more can be achieved in a far less time than individuals working on them by themselves. And some of you have worked together in teams on different projects and assignments in classes, and you've kind of experienced the team dynamic already. So we're going to kind of come through and talk more about those team dynamics and how to make them successful and better, and how they tend to fall apart and don't work that well here in the course of this lecture. So when we bring together people from different perspectives or different ideologies, we can certainly improve. And we need to be very, very aware of our communication and coordination in doing this. Team efforts often lead to more improvements, and for a company that also increases profits as well. So in the manufacturing environment, we're going to look at processes, quality, safety, and customer service. Lots of companies use teams. So teams help to create fewer layers of management, and when done right, they can also increase worker morale. So teamwork, it can be rewarding for the individual worker. So it helps problem solving. You can learn and develop better conflict resolution skills. You can increase your power of persuasion, your power of negotiation. Obviously, cooperation is very, very important and critical in teamwork. And this also leads to a genuine respect for others, or in some cases, a lack of respect when you are working with a team member who is not that cooperative and who does not necessarily pull their weight and do their fair share. So there are several different types of teams. So a work team here. So here's your definitions. So the work team is a group of workers responsible for a product or stage. Project teams focus on single major issues and concerns of the plant. So cross-functional teams, of course, is made up from very different people within the company and different departments. Some of these teams can be closely supervised by a manager, or in other cases, they are not controlled by a manager at all. In that case, they're referred to as a self-managed team. Um, and the self-managed team has lots of responsibility and lots of repercussions there in creating their own strategies, making its own job assignments, and monitoring its own performance. So it's all very, very important in different types of teams. So you also have some different team roles. Now, sometimes these are very, very well defined roles. Other times they might be a little bit more washed out, and your role might be varied throughout that particular team. So we talk about the roles here of a leader, a contributor, and an encourager. So all of them are parts. Certainly, in the case of a leader, you should have all of these skills, and you should contribute to the group as well as encourage the group, motivate, and play a large part in getting the project or the goal of the team accomplished and done. So a lot of times there are different team building type activities. So we focus on two things when we're team building: completing the task, and of course building positive relationships with team members. So some of you could probably sit and think of some examples. If you have been working in industry where you have gone on, say, sometimes team building retreats, or there are other types of different types of team building activities there that companies do as well. So keep and pay attention to some of those as you go to work. So as I think back, some of you have did some different type of trust activities where you're standing on something and you got a group of individuals behind you where you need to fall back and trust in your team. So that's a pretty common team building activity. The U.S. military is very, very good and very, very important on building these team activities as well. So in a team, you do need to foster and work on strong working relationships. So you should contribute to that team as well. So it does not pay and help out a team if you just kind of sit in the backdrop listening and not really offering any of your advice or experience and ideas. So there are clear roles and responsibilities. So you need to make sure that you understand those. Oftentimes you can fail to meet a goal because there are no clear role assignment, or other people think that somebody else is going to take care of that. So sometimes those roles do need to be assigned, and responsibilities in the group have to be assigned as well. So, and of course, you have to have trust. So if you don't trust your team members, you're going to either take on too much yourself and choose to do everything on your own, or you're going to not do enough and expect other people to do it. So there has to be trust between all working members as you go through to make sure that that the team is working cohesively and is accomplishing what needs to be done. Another aspect of team building is ways to motivate the team. So oftentimes upper management might think of this in terms of reaching a certain goal, then we'll have a pizza party or something, some other type of financial or monetary reward to help motivate the team. Although money is not the best motivator. So if you think about it, so can you think of different ways here that are your motivators? So what is it that would motivate you when doing teamwork? So to make sure that you're working together with your team and working towards the same goal. So obviously encouraging each other, depending on each other, and respecting the other individual's experience, knowledge, and past jobs. So positivity versus negativity is a crucial to motivating teams. We of course do not want to blame others when done, throw people under the bus. That's definitely doesn't motivate a team. We can certainly celebrate the accomplishments and of course praise individual achievements as well as praising the team accomplishments there and offering encouragement to each other. So the focus here really should be on team goals. So that is the main goal of the manufacturing team. We want to improve the company's performance in different areas. Again, so what is those ways to improve? Well, maybe it's in quality, maybe it's in on-time delivery. So there are often different types of goals that a team would be focused on, and you've got to make those priorities to get those taken care of and accomplished. So, are you actually doing what needs to be done in order to accomplish those goals? Obviously, communication among the team is vitally important. So, team members need to speak out when you see a problem. So, oftentimes, group members might be afraid to speak up or give their input, because especially if they are the minority in the group or their ideas are not the way that the current group is leading. So, and there's often a fear of upsetting people with different opinions, especially in the case if you're working with close friends. So not sharing your ideas, of course, could hurt the team's performance. So especially in brainstorming events, you really, really want to kind of throw yourself out there and provide all of this information, and you bring value to that group. So keeping managers, other teams, and anyone else affected by your team efforts can also cause the team to fail in progressing to an appropriate level or getting to where they need to be. So, and of course, good communication can help avoid conflicts, produces fresh ideas. It makes sure that nothing is being left behind and not getting done as well. So one of the ways that we can do this then, of course, is by setting goals. So in this case, the textbook talks about the acronym of a SMART goal. And a SMART goal is a goal that is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. So make sure as you write down goals, and this is all kind of done in the beginning phases there as far as your timeline. Usually a project manager will kind of lead the way, or a project manager should lead the way in some regards to setting these goals and making them SMART. So specific goal, making sure that you have some way to measure progress and make sure that you have achieved the goal. So it should be relevant to the company's overall business goals. And of course, you do have to have a realistic timeline there as well. So those goals can be set by a supervisor or the person who is in charge of the team. Oftentimes, though, they should kind of be a group goal or discussed amongst the group to help make sure that they are actively and pursuing this goal and making sure that everybody is on board for what needs to happen for that goal to be achieved.